Alright guys, today we're going to be changing the thermostat out on this 2019 Ford F-150 5.0 liter, and it's a pretty simple process. So what you're going to need here, you're going to need an 8mm socket, you're going to need your new thermostat, there's your item number for this vehicle's thermostat, and a new O-ring for the thermostat. So now, they keep changing and superseding all these thermostats, so this is actually the right numbers here. So this is from an OEM Ford website, and you can see there it ends in an F. But now, if you look at the actual item that came in it gets confusing because, as you can see there, it ends in EB. EB is actually going to be the newest one in that series, so this will supersede that F. So it gets kind of confusing when you see this, because some people think that means EcoBoost or anything, but it doesn't. As you can see right there, it says 87.5 degrees Celsius, which is 190 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is the original one that came out of my truck here. So as you can see there, it ends in CB. So these all got superseded. So this is kind of the original one. And if you look there, they do look kind of different, so it gets kind of confusing. So that bottom piece is plastic on the new one. This top isn't as pointy as that one, so there's a lot of little differences that had me worried that they sent the wrong piece. But I called Ford, and the guy at the parts department said that, yeah, this is the newest model that superseded this one. So it should be the exact same. Because I did get one from AutoZone, that's why I'm replacing it right now. I was in a pinch with the vehicle overheating, so I just grabbed one and ended up replacing it because I didn't have a dealership close by. And the ones from AutoZone are not the correct ones. They're going to say it fits your truck. It does fit, but it does not work the same way as the OEM one. So it's going to make your vehicle overheat. So make sure that you go with the OEM parts again. So again, that's the older one. This is what the newer one looks like, and there is your code, except for that F is now an EB, as I said on there we go. So don't worry, that should be correct one, and hopefully this will fix my overheating issues. But so yeah, we got an 8-inch socket, O-ring, thermostat. You're going to need a bucket to catch the coolant if you want to reuse it, or just new coolant in order to, if you're going to be doing like a flush or a coolant change or anything. I just changed mine, so I'm going to be reusing it. So I'm just going to catch it in a clean bucket, and then I'll be able to refill it. So pretty much what we're just going to do here is locate the thermostat housing, which is right there, that whole thing. So all we're going to do is drain the coolant out first, which is going to be underneath, and then there's a bolt here and a bolt on the other side. Remove those two. That's the whole housing part's going to come off. Your thermostat's just going to be sitting in there, so you should just be able to fall out with the O-ring, replace it with the new one, put the new O-ring on top, put that back on, and torque those down, and then we'll just fill the coolant back up. So pretty easy process here. So let's go underneath here. I'll show you where the petcock is, and we'll start draining the coolant. So the petcock's just going to be underneath the passenger, or the driver's side here, sorry. The driver's side fender here. And woo, right up there, that little red circle there, that's your petcock. So just turn to the left and let it drain out. There is a little nozzle on the side of it on the left. I don't know if you can see it there, but if you want to hook a hose up to it so it doesn't drip all over the place, you can do that as well, because otherwise sometimes it comes down and hits the frame and everything and splatters everywhere. So it's up to you, but that's your petcock, so you can figure out exactly how you want to take it out there. All right, and once you get the coolant drained out, you're ready to start removing the housing bolts here. So that one there, and there's the one on the other side here, 8mm. I just put some aluminum foil over top of the alternator because there probably still will be some coolant in here that'll come out. And you do not want to get it on your alternator. So put something over it, aluminum foil, saran wrap, whatever, piece of plastic, anything that'll kind of shoot it out that way, and then put a tub down there to catch any of the extra coolant that's going to be coming out. Shouldn't be a ton, but whatever's kind of above that thermostat that's just sitting there probably hasn't drained out, because it has to go uphill to get drained out. So there'll probably be a little bit behind there. So just make sure you do not get it on your alternator. So let's remove those two bolts, and then we'll pull the thermostat out. Okay, So I got the old thermostat out. There actually was no coolant behind it, so that was very nice. So not a lot spilled there. But this is how the O-ring goes on there. So it just literally sits on there, and it gets like compressed when you put that top housing part onto it. So there we go. So that's the O-ring that just sits on there, and then that other piece pretty much compresses it into it. So yeah, this was the old one. And this is going to be the new thermostat. And this one is from AutoZone, so do not use these thermostats. As you can see, they are different. They're close. This one fits in the truck, but it is not the same. As you can see, this one's got like the holes on the bottom and stuff. This one does not. It causes the truck to overheat. So if you're having overheating issues after changing the thermostat, that's probably why. They're just built differently. One's a cold side thermostat, one is a hot side thermostat. So they are not compatible. So yeah, let's just switch this out. And so now this one's just gonna go back up in. That O-ring's just gonna sit right on top of it, and then we'll close it back up. So now when you're installing it, there's this little button here, as you can see. See my focus, there we go. Make sure that is facing upwards. So it's kind of going to be going in up like and this kind of an angle, but make sure this is at the top of the hose so air can go through. And then you got your O-ring, just make sure to put some lubricant on it, some coolant, and then it's just going to sit like that, and it'll go right up in there, and then just pinch it shut and torque it down.